Chris, what is our third main topic today?
This one comes from Kent Rice. Hey, John and team. Like you guys, I loved The Batman, but it's almost been a year since the movie came out. It's almost been a year since the movie came out in theaters, and we still haven't heard anything about a sequel, other than it's coming. Today, I read that Reeves is now making an HBO series that he's going to write and direct about Buster Keaton and will star Rami Malek. That's great and everything, but exactly how long are we going to be made to wait for the next Batman movie? Thanks. All
right. Thanks a lot for sending that in, Kent. And file this one under things that make me frustrated today. Matt Reeves came out as the guy who was going to be doing the Batman movie after the, sad departure of Ben Affleck not directing it. But hey, listen, I wanted a Ben Affleck directed movie, but if it couldn't be Ben, I was very happy with the Matt Reeves name. Matt Reeves is a terrific storyteller, terrific director, and he made a fantastic Batman movie. He made that was very unique from any of the other Batmans we've had, created a visceral, wonderful world with Gotham. Cannot wait for his Penguin series, all that kind of stuff. But it did leave us with, great, when's the next one? And we haven't heard squat. The movie came out a year ago, and other than at CinemaCon all the way back in April of 2022, when Matt Reeves came on stage at CinemaCon in Vegas and said, oh yeah, we're going to do another one. Okay, great. We didn't expect one to come out in theaters this year, but okay, they're going to get movies. We've heard nothing. We've heard Matt Reeves saying, oh yeah, I'm working on it. That's what we've heard. Well, now it sounds like he's going to write and direct a series that ain't Batman. In the meantime, this comes to us from Deadline, who writes the following. Deadline hears that Warner Brothers Television is developing a limited series about Buster Keaton that has Oscar and Emmy winner Rami Malek playing the vaudeville turned silent comedy movie star. Matt Reeves' Sixth and Idaho Productions, Malek and David Weddle are producing, and we understand that the Batman director is set to helm. Three-time Emmy winner Ted Cohen, Friends, Succession, and Veep, is in negotiations to write and serve as an executive producer on the project. James Curtis's Buster Keaton, A Filmmaker's Life, is being eyed, that's a book by the way, is being eyed as the source material for the series, with the negotiations underway by the studio to secure the book. Okay. So there's a couple of different areas of feelings that I have, Rob. Where did they hurt you? Here's where it is for me. On the one hand, a story about Buster Keaton, that's great. Because coming out of the silent era, he's not often talked about as the great filmmakers of all time. Mm-hmm. But what he was able to do with silent film was incredible. And to do a story about that, the addition of an Academy Award winner like Rami Malek, great, fantastic. Matt Reeves doing it, great, fantastic. A limited series that would not be on HBO, by the way, even though it is being produced by Warner Brothers. They said they're going to shop it around and someone's going to take it for sure. Let me put on butthurt fanboy hat for a second. Okay, that's great. Where's fucking Batman? Okay, that's great, Matt, but where's Batman? It's been a year since the last one came out. Now, if they're talking about doing this after he does Batman 2, that's fine. But as the wind blows right now, if, and this is only if, because we're only speculating, we don't have any information, this is just me speculating, but if this is something he's giving priority to over the Batman, then they need to secure the rights to the book, then get the script written, get everything together. We're talking a 1.5 to 2 year long process. We'd be talking about maybe getting the next Batman movie in 2025 or 2026. In which case, and again, maybe he's prioritizing Batman before, maybe this Buster Keaton project comes later. And if so, fine, that's great. But if we're talking about not getting another Batman movie till 2025, 2026, then as much as I loved the job that Matt Reeves did on the first Batman, get another director. Hey, I hear Ben Affleck is interested in coming back into the DC fold. Just saying. I think that world that Matt Reeves created Ben Affleck coming into that, not to play Batman, but coming into that world to direct Robert Pattinson, that could be really great. So while all the things being equal, I want to see the next Matt Reeves Batman. I don't want to wait 4 years for it. I don't want to wait 4 years for it. Again, I admit I'm putting on my butthurt fanboy hat, but I don't want to wait that long because I'm sorry, who's asking for a Buster Keaton series? I'm looking forward to it now that you mention it, but I mean, come on. Rob, bring some sanity back to this. I just got my butthurt fanboy hat on here, but anyway, what do you think about this?
Ran out of lotion. There's no Batman.
Guys, we want to take a second to thank a sponsor of today's video, Rocket Money. Do you know how much your subscriptions cost? Most Americans think they spend around $80 a month on subscriptions, when the actual total is closer to $200. If you don't know exactly how much you're spending every month, you need Rocket Money. When I started using Rocket Money, I couldn't believe how many things I was still paying for. Ann and I haven't lived in Burbank for almost 2 years, and I didn't realize I was still paying for a gym membership in Burbank for 2 years. Rocket Money, formerly known as Truebill, is a personal finance app that finds and cancels your unwanted subscriptions, monitors your spending, and helps you lower your bills, all in one place. Over 80% of people have subscriptions that they've forgotten about, like that streaming service you bought to watch just one show on, or that free trial that you never even used, or like me, a gym membership in Burbank. Simply find the subscriptions you don't want and press cancel, and Rocket Money will cancel it for you. So stop throwing your money away. Cancel unwanted subscriptions and manage your expenses the easy way by going to rocketmoney.com/Campea. That's rocketmoney.com/Campea.
Look, to be honest, John, I wonder if we will get another Matt Reeves Batman movie with Robert Pattinson. I think there's a good chance we won't. And I think that because, the Batman was made during when AT&T had Warner Brothers. There's been the changeover now. They're looking for ways to cut budgets. The Batman was an expensive movie to make because they had COVID protocols, so it bolstered the budget. I think with this is saying something that Matt Reeves is now going to take this on and maybe direct. This is obviously a passion project for him. And now with DC in flux, we haven't heard what they're going to do other than we're going to talk about something happened that's made somebody happy. But I think that there's a good possibility that The Batman might wind up being a standalone film because whatever's going to happen at DC moving forward, I know they've said it's not going to happen. Like Matt Reeves has said, it's
well, remember last week, Matt Reeves and Matt Reeves, Matt Reeves.
Batman.
Matt Reeves just said last week that him and James Gunn sat down to discuss the future.
Absolutely, and I think that isn't it interesting that this was announced after that meeting? I mean, I do think that we might not get another Matt Reeves Batman movie.
You'd like to think that,
and we're going to get it. We're going to get a Batman movie. It just might not be this iteration of Batman. I think
you're crazy. I think they're definitely going to do another Batman. I just think it's just a matter of when.
They might. I would like to, but even the amount of money, it was not $1 billion grosser.
No, but it was north of $700 million.
It was, and that's good. But in terms of where Warner Brothers is right now, in terms of their cost cutting, canceling. They want it because whatever Batman movie that they're going to make that's part of this new DC universe mandate, I'm sure the budgets are not going to be as high. They're going to try and keep these down for a price so they can make a franchise. Again, it's going to be cost cutting around the board. I just don't know if this will get made.
But that's the thing. The Batman wasn't a cost measure. Batman made them profit.
It did make them
profit.
profit.
And it's not connected to their DCU, so
I know.
they don't have to worry about anything like that.
But maybe they want to spend that money moving forward with their DC Universe movies.
Yeah, I think there's zero chance that they don't do another one. It's just a matter of
saying it's an alternative.
Chris, you're hearing this story. Do you think that the Buster Keaton project would come first? Do you think it would come second? Do you think, like Rob thinks, that maybe they just won't do another Batman movie that's in that Matt Reeves universe? What do you think?
I love you, buddy, but no. I think we're going to get a Matt Reeves Batman. I think that's going to happen. Good things come to those who wait. We all can be a little patient here and get an excellent follow-up film, all right? Because if he rushes this, it could be trash. We want an excellent
But I'm
Batman
not talking
film.
about rushing. I'm saying, look, it's one thing. Let's say you were going to, because for those of you who don't know, Chris is a food preparer extraordinaire. Okay.
Thanks.
So let's say Chris was promising to bake me a cake. right? I'm getting all excited, baking me a cake. Now, it's one thing for you to tell me, it's going to take me 5 hours to bake this cake. Great, not going to rush you. But if you tell me, yeah, I'll bake your cake, but first I'm going to make Ray some cookies, and then I'm going to do this thing for Rob, and then I'm going to make something for Taylor.
I mean, that tracks.
Then I'll get to your cake. See, that's not about rushing it. That's giving other things priority over your thing.
That's fair. I'm sure this is something that is still in that pre-production stage, though, right? We are still just getting our cast. We are figuring things out. So I think it could happen after. However, this is also going to take a lot less post-production work, too, right? A Buster Keaton story is not going to be involved in, well, there will be stunts because Buster Keaton did his own stunts as well as other actors' stunts too, but it won't be the Batman stunts. It won't be big special effects. He's not going to be, you know, paragliding with bat wings in the Buster Keaton film. Nothing like that's going to happen.
One can hope.
But I think this is going to be a really, really cool project. I love the juxtaposition of these two things, too. To do something like a follow-up to that Batman that's very, like, drenched in Nirvana and very angsty, and then to go to a Buster Keaton film, a character, an actor who created so much joy for people, who literally put his body on the line. I mean, Sherlock Jr., he fractured his neck making that because he was so committed to his stunts and to physical work. I think it's going to be an excellent story, too, just because, you know, he was this actor who, unlike many other silent film actors, was so excited to move into the talkies. The inability to transition immediately, though, from 1930, like, he had this really, really difficult issue with alcoholism. His wife, Eleanor, picked him up out of that deep, dark place. Then he made the transition into being in talking films through the 1960s. Like, as an actor, that gets me really excited to see those stories. I'm excited about that one.
And by the way, I often say that I like directors taking the Christopher, they don't have to, but I like directors that take the Christopher Nolan approach, which is he did his Batman, then he went and did another one. Now, so if it was 3 weeks after the release of the Batman, let's go back in time, and we hear my next quick thing is going to be Buster Douglas, I'd be like, okay, cool. And then come on. But it's been a year. And now we're just hearing about this now.
And look, I don't know. And I'm not saying there's not going to be a Batman. I'm
Actually,
just saying,
you did say that. Yeah.
I'm
yeah,
saying, but I'm saying that I don't think in the near future we're
about
going to be getting one, and the possibility exists that we won't get one at all because they're in a big transitional point with these characters. And you know, the Batman could exist as a standalone movie unto itself, and it would always go down in history as a great film. You know, I think that if there wasn't this DC mandate and James Gunn and Peter Safran were not revamping their whole slate, I would say, of course, there's going to be another Batman. But now things are different, and it's going to be interesting to see how they move forward.
All right, guys, question is for you. I mean, take the Batman out of it. This is an exciting sounding project. Matt Reeves doing a Buster Keaton limited series with an Academy Award winning actor, Rami Malek. Again, just my butthurt fanboy hat. That's great, Matt. Where's Batman? I don't know. Guys, whatever you're thinking about this, jump down into the comment section below and let us know your thoughts.